Recapping the 2014 Luther College volleyball season with head coach Danielle Lynch. And coach, obviously the season didn't go the way you wanted to, but from a positive end of things, what'd you take away from this end of things, knowing the fact the results didn't go your way?
Yeah, just have had a week to reflect on the season and what we had going on. And I mean, we started off strong, so that's something that we, want to take away from our season. And we saw a lot of great things out of some freshmen and sophomores, juniors, so we know what we have coming up. For one, Lexi Erickson just did a really nice job in the middle. She always I want to be in there, and so that's one thing that we're going to take away. And then our freshman, Taylor Gady, the girl was just on fire when she was in there. She has 500 career digs as our libero, so we're excited that we'll be having her back. And then just a lot of things. Lindsay has always been very steady in that setter position, and she has been ever since she stepped foot on campus. But we always want more out of what our starters had, and so hopefully we can continue to grow. And then this season was disappointing, just with all the, we had all the talent, we just couldn't finish. And by the end of the season, we had so many injuries. Natalie Johnson with her compartment syndrome. Taylor Gady couldn't play the last game because she tore something in her hip. So hopefully we can, mend and refocus and regroup for 2015.
And just consistency seemed to be something you struggled with, because you normally play good for a set or a game, I guess, throughout the course of an evening, but you couldn't sustain that. Is that a fair way to put it?
Yeah, absolutely. We're the team with all the talent that loses by 2, and we would push teams to 5, we'd push teams to 4, and then, we'd, it'd be that 22, 23 mark, and we just, couldn't finish. So yeah, absolutely, that's a great way of putting it. So hopefully we can just take that and into the off season and coming into August, being like, okay, we have to go strong, we have to go hard the whole time. No letting up, no, letting people take advantage of us or anything like that. So again, that's something that we're going to focus on for 2015.
And how do you go about the self-assessment at this point? Obviously, you want to be better record-wise, result-wise next year. Take us through the self-assessment you go through with the program, not only yourself, but individually as you head into next year.
Yeah, and that's exactly what we kind of talked about. Just after our first conference loss at Simpson, we're like, okay, something needs to change, so we need to look, within ourselves, and that was being part of me, what I can do with my athletes, part of the athletes being like, okay, what do we need to do to change? And hopefully they can reflect in the off season, be like, okay, if I keep on doing the same things over and over again, is that going to help us win? Or do I need to, physically, mentally, emotionally make changes so that the result isn't the same as our 2014 season?
All right, hopefully next year will be a better year. I know you guys will be working hard beginning basically right now to improve things for next year. We appreciate you joining us every Tuesday and talking about Luther College volleyball.
Thank you.
Danielle Lynch talking Luther College volleyball.